So for those of you who implemented the trading plans with the unique trading confirmations that I gave you on the 30-minute chart at our levels, you should have had a phenomenal green day on the day. I made it very, very clear that we were interested in buying the dip on the SPY for a gap close reversal at 549 if we get the green bullish 30-minute confirmation. Now, if you take a look at the chart, we did not get a green bullish 30-minute confirmation. The first 30-minute candle at the market open was red and bearish. And for those of you who watch the videos that I've been posting, I made it very, very clear that once the SPY goes under 548, it is going to free fall. That's the level where once the SPY cracks, the bears are going to take full and complete control to drop this to $543. So if you're seeing a red bearish 30-minute confirmation at that level, you're going to want to be buying put options. So for those of you who use that 30-minute confirmation trading strategy, you should have been in on put options today at 10 a.m. using the trading strategy. It's so simple. And then in terms of confirmations before that it was likely going to flip bearish, take a look at the pre-market price action. The pre-market price action was showing that the SPY was on a clear downtrend. Take a look at the consolidation areas. This is very simple. This is how you can confirm that, SPY's on a downtrend. You can see right here. You see how it's bottoming and it's forming a floor at 550. So there's support at 550 on the 30-minute chart. You see how once the SPY cracks under 550, where is the new resistance? Where is the new lower high? The new lower high is at that previous support. It's forming lower highs. And then in terms of a bearish pattern, red, green, red. The new highs on these 30-minute candles are no longer over here at 551. They're lower. They're at 550 towards the previous lows, towards that previous support, and it's dropping lower. And you could see this pattern was maintaining very well in the pre-market, and it continued to maintain at market open. I'm going to walk you through this. Here we go again. Red, green, red. It drops again. And then look at the new highs. Now the new highs are towards this 550, towards these previous lows. And then you can see right here, look at these new lows, 549.26. Look at this. You have this red, green, red pattern, and then it starts to sell off again. And look at the new highs. The new highs, these new lower highs, the lower highs are 549, where the previous support is. That's how you can confirm that the trend is maintaining bearish. If the SPY has support right here at 550, and then it cracks, and the new resistance is at that previous support, it's forming a new lower high. And if it's forming those new lower highs for a very long period of time, 60 minutes, 90 minutes, 60 minutes, 90 minutes, odds are, within time, it's going to continue to drop and crash because it's maintaining the new lower highs. If it can't break out and flip the trend and reverse it, it's going to maintain bearish and continue to go lower. And then in terms of your red bearish 30-minute confirmation, we got a red bearish 30-minute confirmation. In the pre-market, man, we had 90 minutes of fucking resistance. We had 60 minutes of resistance in the pre-market at 549. We were starting to crack 548. And then there was a red bearish 30-minute confirmation. If you bought calls at the gap, you're not using the confirmations. You cannot blindly trade levels. You have to use the confirmations at the levels. The levels are going to give you a sense of overall reversals and directions. I made it very clear. That was spot on. If you go back and watch the past 3 videos, I made it very clear. The level we identified where the bears are going to take full fucking control is 548, man. If you went back throughout the chart, you can see 548. You have very strong support at 548. And then it quickly ran up all the way to 550 man. So if it's going to turn that key support level into resistance and a new lower high, it's going to have a massive move to the downside. But if you just went back further throughout the chart, you can just visually see, man, there was not much support, man. If you look right here, once SPY goes under 549, there's not much support. The next overall support is towards this 545 to 543. But if you measured the overall moves, we were looking at a 5-point move minimum. That's why I said 543 in that video last night once 548 cracks. Now, with that being said, what did we do inside of Team Roar today? I'm going to walk you through this, man. Who the fuck do you know is printing like us at the speed of light, nonstop? I'm going to walk you through this, man. Look at this. The morning game plan was 100% spot on. So in terms of the game plan, it was to short the bounces below 548.53 and to go long above 550. That was the overall game plan inside of Team Roar. And all the levels are broken down, right? So that's the pre-market game plan. The game plan I'm giving you is a day before the market opens. There's updates in the pre-market. Now, with that being said, let's get into the trades, man. 9:31 a.m. inside of Team Roar, we do not just trade SPY and SPX. We also trade top 10 holdings on SPY, but the main focus is zero-dated option contracts, cheap contracts that are out of the money, and we look to sell them deep in the money for the biggest percentage gains. With that being said, let's buy strike 200 Tesla puts for 31 cents a contract. In terms of why there's no expiration, we are going with the contracts that are closest to expiration. So in terms of Tesla, zero dates don't come in until Friday, so we're just going with the closest expiration till then, right? So in terms of 31 cents a contract, we got in these Tesla puts for 31 cents a contract at market open, man. Look at this. As soon as the market opens, you pull up these Tesla contracts. I'm going to walk you through this overall trade. We got in at 31 cents a contract. In terms of where these contracts went to, these went to 87 cents at the speed of fucking light. We were getting profit stopped out in the 80-cent range. Now, in terms of the next trade, man, the next trade on the day was right here. Let's buy 545 SPY puts for 55 cents a contract. These 545 SPY puts for 55 cents a contract. I'm going to walk you through this, man. This is where we got in real time in the 50-cent range. And then this is where we got out. Nearly at 100 a contract. Nearly at 100% profit return at the speed of light. Those fucking puts went to 450 on the fucking day, man. You could have made a 10x profit return on that particular trade, man. So that is 2 wins in a row. Everything is alerted in real time. And then in between, you're going to see market analysis. And then in terms of the options trading alert system we have, when to set the profit stops. We don't use stop losses. The contracts we're buying are so fucking cheap. We just let them expire worthless. They're so fucking low risk. We just let them go to zero if it doesn't work out. And they can always come back to life and go in the money later on throughout the fucking day, man. So with that being said, it's a real-time options trading alert system we got. And you're going to see exactly when to set the profit stops, when to close out the position, real-time market analysis, as we're in the trades. And also, these are the option quotes moving. This is updating you in real time. You're getting option quotes moving in real fucking time. So I'm walking you through all the trades that are being made inside of Team Roar. In terms of the next trade, man. In terms of the next trade, and you can see all the exits and everything's delivered real time. And then the full trade recap, everything is broken down in real time with the screenshot on exactly everything it is that we're doing. And in terms of the next overall trade, let's buy 205 Tesla puts for 65 cents a contract. So in terms of these Tesla puts at 65 cents a contract, I'm going to walk you through this, man. So in terms of this trade, you're going to see right here, this is where we got in. We got in right here, had a small drop. We don't use stop losses. If contracts go from 65 to 50, we just hold through the fucking pain, man. In terms of where they went to, we ended up selling in the mid 80-cent range, and they ended up closing strong towards 100 a contract. That was the 3rd win on the day. That is 3 fucking wins in a row before 2 p.m. Now, in terms of the next trade, let's buy 543 SPY puts for 47 cents a contract. In terms of this overall trade, these were sold, as you can see right here, and alerted in real time into the 100 range, nearly 100 range on that almost. Nearly 100 range on that in terms of that particular trade, 95 cents a contract. So with that being said, those were the overall trades that were made inside of Team Roar. And in terms of the trades that I ended up making during Power Hour, you guys are well aware in terms of the trades that I make, it's during the Power Hour trading session. So in terms of the trades that I made during the Power Hour trading session, the first trade that I ended up buying was right here at 3:31 p.m. I ended up buying 542 SPY calls for 53 cents a contract. So if we go to the calls right here, and I'm going to show you right here in real time, this is where I got in those calls. I got in right here at 3:31 p.m. at the exact fucking lows. Do you see this 1 minute candle? This is the exact fucking lows. As soon as I got in at the fucking lows, this went from 50 cents all the way to 98 cents in 3 minutes. In 3 fucking minutes, man. I scalped these calls in 3 fucking minutes. These 542 calls, I bought them at the exact fucking low at 53 cents a contract. We ended up selling at the exact fucking peak. I was getting out towards the 79-cent range. Now, in terms of the next winning trade, let's buy SPY 542 puts for 47 cents a contract. In terms of these 542 puts, these puts ended up going to, I'm going to walk you through this, man. So if we take a look at the option contracts, I'm going to show you here real quick. So in terms of these puts that I ended up getting in at, 47 cents a contract. These puts that I ended up getting in towards the 47 range, this is the SPY, I got to go to 542. Give me 1 second here. That's 541 with so many fucking trades today. In terms of this one, the 542 puts, I ended up getting in right here. They ended up going to 167 cents a contract, man. We're getting in on these contracts towards the exact fucking lows during power hour trading session. That was the second trade you could have had on the day. And then in terms of the third one, man, the third one was right here. Let's buy SPY 541 puts, 541 calls for 52 cents a contract. These calls ended up exploding. As you can see right here, if we go to the 541 calls, you're going to see right here, I got in right here a minute before they bottomed out. And then in terms of extended hours, you can hold the SPY contracts up until 4:15. They ended up going to 130 a contract at the speed of fucking light. These contracts printed at the speed of fucking light. So in terms of the next trade was right here. Let me walk you through this one. SPX. So in terms of this SPX trade that I ended up taking at 3:55 p.m., I got in towards the exact lows at 200 a contract. These SPX 5425 calls at 3:55 p.m. So in terms of these SPX calls, you're going to see right here, I literally got in at the exact fucking low. This is 3:55 p.m. at 200 a fucking contract. They closed at 490. It was non-stop fucking winning, flawless fucking victories inside of Team Roar, man. So you tell me, who the fuck do you know, man, is making trades like this? Who the fuck do you know is printing like this at the speed of fucking light? This is non-stop fucking winning, flawless fucking victories. So in terms of my analysis for the SPY, that I have to say for tomorrow, as of now, in terms of a day in advance, I don't have too much to say in terms of what it's currently doing. We are currently gapping up. Based off of what I'm seeing, it's going to be a gap and go and close in the middle, or it's just going to come crashing back down and close towards 539 week. So it's going to be one of those two scenarios. In terms of one of the levels where I am looking to potentially do a scalp on put options, it's going to be at 544 to 555. If you look at the overall 1 minute chart, just by looking at the overall pattern that I'm seeing, if you just look at this similar pattern and you compare it to earlier today, basically once these previous 1 minute candles towards 545 to 544 start to react as a resistance, that's likely going to be a good opportunity to buy put options heading into tomorrow. In terms of future levels, speaking on this video, 553.78, going to be looking to do put options for a gap close reversal. And then in terms of 537, going to be looking to do call options for a gap close reversal. Of course, using the 30-minute confirmations. Now, with that being said, if you do want to join my secured private organization inside of Team Roar, where you do get access to our real-time options trade alerts, nonstop printing at the speed of fucking light with a 90% plus win rate, man, I'm telling you, we are buying the cheapest low-risk contracts, far out of the money option contracts, 0-to-8 options, and we are selling them deep in the money for the biggest percentage gains within the market, man. You tell me, where are you going to find something like this, man? We are printing nonstop every single fucking day at the speed of fucking light. Everything it is that we're doing is alerted in real time, man. Real-time options trade alerts, the entry and the exits, real-time market analysis, and a real-time options trade alert system. In terms of the system, we do not use stop loss. We only use profit stops. We get stopped out for profits. And the dead plays that drop 50, 60, 70%, they can come back to life and go in the money later. There's no reason to use a stop loss when the risk is this low. So with that being said, man, if you can't afford to risk $50 to make 200% profit returns at the speed of fucking light, if you can't afford to fucking enter an SPX trade at $50 and flip it to fucking $500 for 1,000% return at the speed of light during power hour, then this just isn't for you. But for those of you who are willing to risk that amount to make the biggest percentage gains in the market, then I would highly recommend that you join and check out Team Roar. It's going to be the first link down below to gain access to our secured private organization.